This is the only time in human history where people now don't trust Big Pharma, don't trust their doctors, don't trust the media, don't trust the politicians. The world is on the precipice of change, and here we are.
Today I sit down with leadership from Muhdo Hub, which is revolutionizing healthcare, blockchain-powered epigenetics and AI.
We're not building a blockchain business, we're building a business on a blockchain.
Now Muhdo is one of the gems today in DeSci, decentralized science.
I think DeSci is going to be one of the biggest industries,
which is aiming to disrupt healthcare in a big way.
And this is about liberating people from Big Pharma.
Watch today's whole video. We discuss the token utility, current partners, current products. Sam Thompson drops some serious alpha. Seriously, watch today's whole video.
I mean, I've dropped some serious alpha on this conversation.
Thank you, Muhdo, for partnering up today and making this interview possible. Click the like button and let's start. Sam, what is Muhdo?
So Muhdo, we've been in business since 2017, and what we do is we specialize in the science of epigenetics. And for people that don't know what epigenetics is, essentially we can understand how your environment and lifestyle affects your gene expression. We can measure how your cells are aging, and from that information we can give you personalized and hyper-personalized actions that you can take to improve your health at a cellular level. So if you look at your DNA, almost like your motherboard, and your epigenetics as the operating system, the inputs create the outputs, and we measure that. So your DNA will never change, it's static. You only ever have to do a DNA test once, but based on how you live your life, what you eat, your sleep, your stress, your environment, your pollution, your exposure, your exercise, all of these things will turn genes on and off. And that is what the science of epigenetics is. We've been developing health apps since 2017. We've built 40 health apps for white label partners that use our epigenetics testing platform. We've built a clinical platform, which is used by 350 hospitals and clinics worldwide now. And we've built a research platform where we've done, like a ton of studies with the National University of Singapore, King's College London, University of Exeter, Stavanger University, and even the EU funded a research project into Alzheimer's and dementia, which was a pretty big project that they're using our platform as well. Companies like Nestle, Pharma, about a dozen multi-billion-dollar companies have used our platform. So as far as the science goes, we're proven, and yeah, now we're launching a B2C arm, because all of that was kind of B2B and research. And this is why we've kind of migrated into the world of Web3 and blockchain technology.
So for the C part, the consumer me, what problems would this solve for me if I wanted to get a kit or download the app?
So modern healthcare is generic, right? One size fits all is the approach, because it's easier to mass produce generic products, right? And everybody is unique inside. Everyone's absorbs nutrients differently. Everybody reacts to their environment differently. So the first problem we're solving is personalization and hyper-personalization. So no longer will you have to take a product that is the same product as anyone else. All of the products that we will be designing will be designed by you, essentially for you. And we will provide you with a platform that enables you to track, measure, and optimize the results of those products. And our aim and goal is to really get you that magic formula that optimizes your health in the most efficient way. So I guess that's one problem that we're solving. Secondly, premium healthcare is seen to be an expensive thing, and sadly, it is an expensive thing. What we're doing with this project and with this ecosystem is we're basically building it in a way that everybody can afford it. This is for the 99%. This isn't for the 1%. They can do all their crazy shit if they want, but this is for a single mom on $26,000 a year with 3 kids. Why can't she and her children have the same level of precision health as Brian Johnson, who spends $3 million a year? And it's all about prevention. We don't deal with big pharma. We don't deal with big pharmaceutical drugs. What we do is we make it affordable for you to be healthy, so you don't need to go to the doctor, or if you do, or help you identify issues early so that we can avoid medical interventions of pharmaceutical drugs. That's a cool problem. Another problem we're solving is transparency. Every product that we make, we're going to be tracking every ingredient seed to sell on the blockchain. We've done a partnership with VeChain, who I'm sure you guys know that. And that really is all about building trust and confidence with our consumers, because I want to know what's in it, where it's come from, who made it, how it was made, why it was made. I want to know that. I've got an 8-year-old daughter, and I want to know what's being put inside her body. It's too late for me. I've lived a terrible life. I've drunk, eat, shit, you name it, I've done it. So, but for the children, for my children, for everyone else's children, we want to create a system where transparency is paramount. You know what I'm trying to say? Transparency is so important. Healthcare doesn't have transparency. If you saw some of the ingredients in some of the products that you use, aluminium in your deodorant and things like fluoride in your toothpaste, all this kind of crazy stuff, it is something that needs to change. And I think with Bobby Kennedy and Trump now in the White House, we're going to see some big changes. And just being able to give people that trust, I think, is a really cool use case. So transparency is a problem that we're solving. And yeah, I mean, there's other problems like data ownership. Every product that we've made is because we've been doing studies over the last 8 years on over 65,000, now 70,000 people's epigenetic data, and people don't get any benefit from that data. 23andMe made billions selling people's data, and they never saw a reward for it. So that we're empowering people firstly with the choice on how their data is used, and we give them a number of benefits from the immediate, which is personalized healthcare. The product's designed for you. Secondly, we believe that if your data has helped us create a product, then you should receive a benefit from that product for the lifetime of that. So 10% of all revenue from the products that we create go into a rewards pool for participants who have contributed their data, or token holders that have contributed to the ecosystem. So it's more of a immediate, secondary, and then long-term. We work with some of the top universities in the world, blue chip companies that want to use our platform for clinical and commercial research. So if you would wish to participate, if your data is selected, then you also have the opportunity to earn tokens and rewards for choosing to do so, but always with your consent. And I think they're the main ones. I could keep going, but I think they're the main kind of pillars of the ecosystem.
I love it. And when you say earn money for my data, right, which seems so obvious, but it's not offered in the Web 2 world, that's consent to earn. I saw that on your website.
Right. Yeah, consent to earn.
And in terms of the ecosystem for consumers, correct me if I'm wrong, but there seems to be 3 pillars. There's the DNA test, there's supplements that are tailored to you, and there's a health coach.
So it's much more than that. So we've actually built, so for us, I know I always say this, so to people, to our community, they're probably getting bored of it, but we're not building a blockchain business. We're building a business on a blockchain. And so we've actually built our own layer 1. Mainnet goes live at the end of this month. Within that ecosystem, look at that as the foundation layer. It's there to manage rewards, consents, and provide a foundation for us to plug in other EVM compatible protocols that add value to the ultimate consumer experience. And within that ecosystem, we have 6 applications. We have a marketplace for products and services. So not just DNA, epigenetics, microbiome, bloods, a whole wide range of different diagnostic tests. We then have products. So starting with supplements, longevity supplements, sports supplements, personalized supplements, but also eventually personalized cosmetic products and nappies and all sorts of different things. And I'll explain that because we have a mother care app. But yes, yeah, so one of the applications that we, sorry, I jumped straight to that because it's my favorite. We have 6 applications. One is a health and wellness app, which is a hyper-personalized health and wellness platform. We have a mother care platform tracking the epigenetics during pregnancy, personalized nutrition during pregnancy. And then when the mother is born, we empower the mother to track the cellular development of her child from birth with an AI coach, which is going to track your child's entire development for however long you use the platform. So when I say nappies, now we've got the mum and the baby, we're going to be selling biodegradable nappies, non-toxic baby wipes, personalized baby foods, personalized baby creams, cosmetics for the mum, supplements for the mum. And let's be honest, the dad's going to have to buy it because it will be cheaper to buy it as a bundle, right? So, I'm using that. We have a coaching app for professional and non-professional fighters. We've just signed 3 world champions to be the face of this application. We have a mental health app that we've just done a partnership with Save a Warrior charity, which is for veterans and first responders. So we built a mental health app for them. And yeah, it's just different use cases for the same technology. There's no point in creating this one size fits all application when our business is all about hyper personalization. It's something that makes no sense to us. So, all of these different AI coaches actually are targeted or for specific use cases, and you can't achieve wellness without that mind, body, soul connection. And so you've got a mindful, you've got your doctor, you've got your wellness coach, you've got your yoga coach, your personal trainer, you've got your mindfulness, your breath work. All of these different functions will exist within a suite of agents that you'll be able to pick and choose to your preference based on the goals that you hope to achieve. And I never go into much detail about the AIs, because phase one, it's just there to track, measure, and optimize what it is that you do. But we literally just closed a deal today with an AI development group that's going to blow this space away. And when I went through the stuff, like hyper realistic, this is going to blow people away. We will be putting some content out later on down the line, and yeah, it's super exciting what we've got. Actually, it's going to blow people away. We also have a physical testing device platform, so we're going to be launching our own wearables. We're doing a partnership with the biggest manufacturer of medical devices. That's the biggest seller and manufacturer in Europe. And we've got some amazing technology as well that will be integrated into home testing devices as well. And it might sound like we're doing a lot. Actually, we've already done a lot. All of the back-end technology, all of the IP, absolutely everything's been developed over the last 8 years. We've done the science to prove that these products work. And really this now is about building this big consumer platform, this massive marketplace, and reskinning the technology that we've got with blockchain technology integration to really make this seamless, beautiful, amazing ecosystem of products and services for the Web 2 users, not for the Web 3 users. And that might sound crazy, but let's be honest, we're not going to convert 1 million degens to give us their DNA, right? But the benefits of blockchain technology, which is what this is really about. Blockchain wasn't built to launch meme coins, and I have no disrespect to people that want to make money on meme coins. I love that. You make money however you want to make money, but the technology and the applications and what the technology can do is absolutely revolutionary. And really, we want the Web 2 world to feel native. We don't want them to feel, oh, I've got to open a wallet, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. It's just the same for them. Rewards, points, whatever you want, however you want to, the semantics doesn't matter at this stage, but everything's in the back end to really support that experience. So yeah, that's kind of like an overview, very general overview of the ecosystem. I could do a 2-hour AMA on every single application, but I know we've only got a short period of time, so I don't want to take too much of your time on that, because I'm sure you've got more questions.
I absolutely do, and I'm going to link all links to follow up are down below in the video description. But just to me, it's undeniable that this space, healthcare, needs DeSci, decentralized science. I want the transparency on the blockchain, but because this is so obvious, there's often a lot of, I don't know, people take advantage. There's scammers out there that get into the health space. So could you really highlight team partners or licenses, just because you guys have been doing this for so long?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on my favorite subject, because I call them sci-fi DAOs. And ultimately, I don't want to slag off the competition too much, but I look at some of these projects out there that people are investing in. They're not going to see a return on their money ever, like ever. It's just crazy shit that it's going to take decades to ever even come close to being a consumer product. We are on the front end now. We've done all the hard work, we've proven it, and that's why we've got these partnerships. Like, we work with Singapore University, our products are sold in the hospitals around the world. We've done partnerships with like some of the biggest health insurance companies offer our products. We've worked with tons of blue chip companies like Aon, Pharma, Mercer Marsh, I mentioned them before. Nestle have used our platform. On the Web3 side, we've partnered with the Secret Network for the confidential compute. We want people to have privacy. Let's be honest, nobody wants to know that they just collected $500 for a herpes study or something like that, right? Healthcare needs privacy. So that was a no-brainer. Zero knowledge network, protect your metadata. We've got VeChain on the supply chain tracking. We've got Data Lake, who we've done a partnership with from the consent side, where they've got a platform for medical records, and we do genomic data. So that was a really cool partnership that we've done. I always forget because we've done so many. We're building an application with Tezos. We're doing, oh God, shit. So this is why sometimes I have notes, but I'm better when I don't have notes. But yeah, ZBEC for the debit card, Flues for the Telegram app. It's all about all of those partnerships add value to the end experience of the customer. But like our Web2 partners are like clinics, hospitals, blue chip companies, research institutions, European funded, EU funded studies, charities. I mean, we've got so many, I couldn't possibly mention them all, but we have over 350 hospitals and clinics worldwide. We have over 40 white label partners that use our platform. You know, it's pretty established in terms of credibility. There was an independent study done where they looked at 754 genetic testing platforms. We came first, second, fourth, and seventh because it was an independent study. They didn't realize they were looking at the same test 4 times, but that was pretty cool. When recently we smashed the backdoor. Well, sorry, we smashed the top 4 epigenetics companies. There was an independent test done. I can share this podcast with your viewers, and they basically sent 2 samples back to each company to test the accuracy of their epigenetics clocks. The biggest competitor of ours, there was a 10-year difference in the samples, so you may as well rip it up, throw it in the bin, completely waste of time. Another one backed by Harvard, 100 mil, all the celebrities, 2-year difference. The other one, it was 2-year difference, and ours had a variance of 0.4. So we have the most accurate epigenetics test in the market. We've been proven time and time again to be the best, and really now it's about taking this technology, using this technology. We're about to announce another partnership with King's College London, Stavanger University. These are follow-up studies into psychedelics and psilocybin, looking at treating mental health. We're about to announce 2 new partnerships with St Thomas's Hospital in London and their brain unit. We're doing a lot of work on mental health and cognitive function and things like that. And like I said, another partnership with a charity that's going to develop a mental health application on our chain. You know, we've got an AI partnership, but I can't tell you about that yet because we literally just shook hands on the deal today, and I need some alpha to go into the next couple of weeks once Trump gets in. But yeah, I mean, like in terms of credibility, we've got some of the top scientists in the world. John Zhang, who's the CTO of the CP Group, they're one of the biggest companies in Southeast Asia that own all the 7-Elevens, the Boots, the Tesco's, third biggest food producer in the world. I think, you know, he is the chairman of 2 telemed platforms with 35 million users, health data already in their ecosystem, looking at how can we reward people and how can we use genomic data with health records to create personalized products from them. I mean, that's pretty bullish. We've just had a partner in the US join the board called Randy Oostra, OOSTRA. He built ProMedica up to a $7 billion a year business with 40,000 employees. So yeah, we're pretty bullish. We've just done a partnership with a Turkish group out in Turkey that are going to take the brand into Turkey. And also we've got some European partners that have done 60 million DNA tests that will be using our new platform. So when you look at all of these distribution channels that we've got, why are they coming to us? Because we've been proven to be the most accurate and have this diverse range of products and services. And the way that our platform works is 30% of all revenue, not profit, revenue automatically on every transaction goes into the DAO, and that is then distributed 10% rewards. This is what I was talking about, that ongoing reward for using your data for products and services. 10% goes into a buyback and burn to support the price of the token. And then another 10% goes into a fund to invest in more products and more services. So our business model actually is what we're building is a self-contained ecosystem that won't rely on a bull market or a bear market or a narrative being created to sell dog shit. It will be a self-financing platform. And once we have 100,000 subscribers, and bearing in mind, we've got 70,000 customers waiting for this launch of our own, let alone all of these partners I've just mentioned to you, you're talking about 84 million a year in revenue and over 2 million a month going back into the token. Personally, I believe the Mothercare app will get 1 million subscribers very quickly. And then we're talking 21 million a month plus going into the token.
What will get that?
the mother care platform. Nothing like it exists. There
Oh,
won't
the
be a
mother
pregnant
care.
woman in there won't be a pregnant woman in the world that will not want this application. What parent would not want to be able to track the cellular development of their child? And plus, that data has never been done. Nobody's ever done this. So the value in that data is it's crazy. So ultimately, this is a platform that will enable the parents to offset some of the costs of raising that child by contributing their child's data anonymously with their consent to medical research. And it's a game changer, my man. So I believe that has 1 million users in it. And then we're talking 840 million a year with over 20 million a month going into the token. And at that point, we're going to have our own exchange, our own fiat on-ramp, off-ramp. We're going to have absolutely everything in-house so that we never, ever have to bow to anyone but ourselves. And this is about liberating people from big pharma. We came to the game to kind of fix healthcare, but it looks like we're going to fix crypto as well, because we've got a proper business model that makes sense, that isn't full of shit, that's sustainable and can sustain itself. And we're not going to be reliant on narratives and cycles.
What's the biggest challenge? What's the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge in what sense?
I mean, this is the thing is many crypto companies are new, they're startups. You guys are very established. That's not you, but there's risk in business. There's competition. Right. I don't know. Right. I'm not sure what to ask, but like, this is not 100, no business is 100%. So what are you really working on that's going to be the challenges?
Well, I think, look, we've already proven the science. We've already got everything in place. We've got our own manufacturing facility. We've got partners that have built billion-dollar healthcare businesses on our board. I think that's the competitive edge. I'm a young guy. I'm the salesman. I'm not the scientist. I'm not the dev, right? But these guys don't leave the Batcave. Right? Somebody has to come out and communicate the mission to people so they can understand it. And I'm very good at that. But we've got all the backup in the world. We've got the top scientists in the world. We've got some of the top AI guys in the world. We've got proven products and services. We've got a very, very well thought out business plan. When we got the whiteboard out, the first thing we did was we put win, win on the whiteboard. And if we could not connect the two, it got thrown out of the ideas. And we've built something that's a win-win for everyone. If someone buys a product, everybody benefits. If somebody's data is used, everybody benefits. And creating that win-win, all we need to do, what is the challenge? We need to get through these first 6 months. We're already under attack from the competition. I've been told privately that people want to shit on us because they don't have anything. And what we have is so powerful. We have everything that they're pretending that they have. And we are a threat to their dynasty of control. But at the end of the day, the cream always rises to the top, and we stay in line with the regulations. We're preventative, so we don't fall into that curative category. So we don't need to cross over to big pharma. Someone asked me in a podcast the other day, are you worried about big pharma? Listen, they got bigger fucking problems than Muhdo. They got Bobby Kennedy and Donald Trump, and they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. And this is the only time in human history where people now don't trust big pharma, don't trust their doctors, don't trust the media, don't trust the politicians. The world is on the precipice of change, and here we are, perfect timing. Everything's perfectly fallen in. So the challenge is just staying alive during this transition period whilst we build up and get those users. But ultimately, we're building an army of salespeople as well. Every DGen in our camp can go out and refer 10 people. And believe it or not, once we hit 100,000, nothing can stop us. So, we've got everything well thought out. Our partners in Asia, they're the third biggest food producers in the world. They own every 7-Eleven in Southeast Asia. They know what they're doing, right? These are the people backing this project, and it's some of the smartest, wealthiest people in the world. The token is there to reward people.
Let me ask you this because I do want to set this up. You talked about this a little bit. What is the use case of the token?
So the token is there essentially as a reward feature. I mean, we have our own layer one, so you could say it's there to pay gas fees, but we did our own layer one, so the gas fees you can't even notice them, right? But no, it's a reward feature. It enables us to it offers access and benefits, right? With the token, you can access discounts and premium features, which isn't necessarily needed to have a token. But ultimately, if you want to build a platform, if you want to build something, you either need to raise money from the normal world or you issue a token. We can't build what we're going to build without having a token. But the real benefit in having that token is independence, sovereignty, sustainability, and being able to reward people in a way that you would never get permission sign off from BlackRock. we're giving away 30% of all revenue back to the people that supported this platform. We're giving away 66% of the value in the data. If your data is used, 1/3 to you, 1/3 to us for doing the project, and then 1/3 goes to everybody in the ecosystem. No Web2 VC is going to let you do that. That's where all the money's at. But for us, our focus is on value, knowing that the profits will come. And supplements are a 700% business, man. Like, that's criminal, man. Like, why? You don't need to be greedy. And having a token actually allows us to create more value in the products and services, because we know that if we do that and we can create more revenue, ultimately the real value versus a token is, you'll never get that in the Web2 world. So it is freedom. For me, it's freedom, it's sovereignty, it breaks the chains of traditional finance, and it gives you value today rather than waiting for 15 years, because we don't want to sell the business. That's not in our roadmap. It's about building a legacy and a portfolio of really cool products with amazing partners that are all best in class. And the future is personalization. And we have the platform that enables all of these different products to be personalized. So why would you want to sell that? That's a Hail Mary, my friend. So to answer your question, it's the lifeblood of the ecosystem.
I love that. I love the passion. And as we look to 2025 and beyond, next year and next 5 years, what's on the roadmap?
We're moving so fast. I think our 3-year roadmap is going to get done in 12 months, which is cool. I mean, we were only going to build 6 apps in our ecosystem, and we were kind of rolling them out 2 apps a year. But we're already, our first application goes live at the end of this month in beta, and it's only in beta because we need to the new features, the marketplace, the wallet, the secret integrations, the VeChain stuff. We want to test that out before we roll it for mass distribution. But the fighting app as well, I mean, that's going to get rolled out pretty quickly. The Mother Care app, we'll probably get 4 apps out this year. But we're going to get, people are approaching us at the moment. They want to build with us. We're not trying to create the next Solana with thousands of projects to make fees. We're not doing this to make fees on a blockchain. We have no interest in that. It's just the foundation layer. So what is the future? The future is we will have a ton of personalized healthcare apps. We will have a marketplace of hundreds of products and services. We will have probably one of the most attractive research facilities in the game with our platform, collecting data from all of these different sources, wearables and things like that. And the aim is eventually, as I say, is to close the loop. So we'll have our own exchange, our own on-ramp, off-ramp facilities, debit cards, and really it's a lifestyle platform built on a blockchain, powered by epigenetics and AI, with really cool products and features that loads of people hopefully will want. So, the 5-year roadmap, I mean, if we could there are apps out there with hundreds of millions of users. So I hate saying 1 million users because it feels like you're living in fucking la la land, when to people that don't have the vision. But we've built all of this. It sounds like we've done a lot, but we've done it. It's done. So the future is, first is 100,000, then it's 1 million, then it's 5 million, then it's 10 million. But ultimately, the aim is just to keep growing, innovating, bringing new technologies, new products, new features into the ecosystem, not necessarily all our own. We will partner with other people. If someone creates something amazing, we're going to bring it in and offer that to our consumers. So we aim to be the biggest. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
And will new apps, new applications being built on the chain, will they use this token, or they'll have their own token?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit cheeky. You launch a token, then launch another token. It's like, have focus. Our focus is on the DNA token. Other projects that want to launch a token on our ecosystem, if they want to use that and do that, but our projects and our apps will all use the DNA token, and we probably wouldn't do anything with another token unless there was some intrinsic value for our token. But our aim isn't to go out and be the next Solana. So to answer your question, as of today, with what we have in front of us, there will be one token and one token only.
Sam, I appreciate you taking the time with me. I honestly feel I have such a better understanding of Muhdo. What didn't we cover?
This is the shortest AMA I've ever done. Let me tell you that now. I mean, like I normally 2 hours is the average, 4 hours. I've done 6 hours. I mean, I could go 2 hours on everything. Like, I think right now where we're at, we've been live 3 weeks. We've made huge returns for our pre-seed, seed, and pre-sale investors. People are taking some profits. We're at this accumulation kind of range right now. And as of next week, it will be Trump's inauguration. We've been holding back all of this alpha. I mean, I've dropped some serious alpha on this conversation with you with the AI coaches, with the partnerships with universities, the new applications, and all of these cool and amazing people that are joining the team. But yeah, like we've covered enough to wet the beak, but I think let's do a follow-up. You know, the one cool thing about this project is that we're going to deliver our first phase of products and revenue, improve the business model. You know, we go live at the end of this month. We've already submitted to Apple and Google Store. We're just waiting for them to let us go live. So the model that we're building will be proven very quickly. And then you will see, and we've got a whole rollout. We're not going to do it all in one. There'll be new features every month to keep people engaged and cool stuff like that. So, you know, I see this as the first interview of what will hopefully be lots of interviews, because there's nothing like doing it. Everyone says they're going to do it. We're doing it. And when people see that, people are going to be like, well, why am I going to go invest in a sci-fi project that sounds cool, but it's never going to make sense, when I can invest in people that have cooler technologies that can improve my life, doing it today and creating real value today. So I think we actually covered quite a lot in terms of the basics, but this is only a 30-minute interview, so I want to keep it short and sweet. Just had a double espresso at 10:30 at night. I need to now take my medication so that I can go back to sleep. But
this is the beginner's guide. There's so much more we could get into. No, and I do want to have you back in 3 to 4 months, revisit some of these, see the progress. My final question, and if you would you just give sort of final thoughts on how DeSci is not going away and how Muhdo fits in?
Look, I think, I don't know if you know much about Nikola Tesla. Do you know much about Nikola Tesla? Yeah. So Nikola Tesla got blackballed by JP Morgan, died alone in a hotel suite with nothing, because he tried to give the world technology that the powers that be did not want the world to have. And that was his mistake. And I think with DeSci and decentralizing the way that funding, democratizing the way funding is done, and being able to give researchers new access or new ways to actually pursue their passions rather than being forced to fit in a box. I think that's a really amazing thing, that communities can come together and say, actually, I like that idea. I'm going to back that idea, because then we're opening up a whole new realm of craziness, which is what I call sci-fi DAOs. But yeah, it's like, I think DeSci has the potential to make sure that the next Nikola Tesla doesn't get blackballed, to give people and researchers and scientists the freedom to really go out there and push the boundaries. And, you know, and yeah, I think for me, that's the kind of thing that excites me the most about DeSci. I think the DeSci community needs to kind of stop bitching with each other about my science is better than yours, and start collaborating, because there's 8 billion people in the world that can benefit from better health, better technology, more efficient systems. And if we all work together and shared our qualities with each other, we'd actually achieve our goals a lot more efficiently. So it's still at its infancy. So everyone's still running around in nappies, fighting over their dummies. But, you know, hopefully the industry will grow up quick, and, you know, Vitalik and CZ and the big names are now sprinkling their dust on the industry. But I think what needs to happen first is someone needs to actually prove a business model. We will be the first that proves a business model. So I expect us to be at the forefront of DeSci going forward. And we have technology that any DeSci project that's working on healthcare can benefit from our project. And it's an open door from us to them. But, you know, we haven't managed, except Data Lake, to connect with anyone yet. And we're not bothered if we do or if we don't. We're in our lane. We've got our eyes on the prize. We know what we're doing. And I think DeSci is going to be one of the biggest industries, because how many people get out of bed in the morning and go, oh, I need a ZK protocol, or like some crazy stuff that nobody understands anyway, right? Web3 created it, put itself in a bucket because of this, like, you know, Web 2, Web 3. They even call Web 2 the real world. I mean, I don't get that, but I find myself doing it just to explain it in a language that Web 3 people understand. But DeSci has the potential to create products and services that can help everyone. And I don't think anything, maybe DeFi, if, you know, everyone uses money, right? But I think that's what's most exciting about it. But we're still in our infancy, but we will grow and become much bigger once people start proving their concepts and stop selling sci-fi DAOs. I'm not making any fruit in DeSci.
No, I loved it. And I loved the Nikola Tesla analogy. Thank you so much for joining me.
I've got 369 tattooed on me. I've got frequencies tattooed on me. I'm all about that. Nikola Tesla, he's my guy. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was just saying, thanks, man. Appreciate you sharing your time. Links down below.